bringing you the latest news, game updates, insights, highlights, and everything Liberty Hockey. This is Rock the Rink, where Liberty Hockey lives.
Welcome back to the Rock the Rink podcast. Thank you so much for joining us for keeping the off-season coverage going. We have a nice guest with us here today, the men's D3 head coach, Josh Wagner. Coach, awesome to have you here. Welcome back. Always fun to talk with you. I think the first question that's on all of our minds, is there going to be a sixth year for Mikey Williams?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Yes.
I don't know. He'll probably worm his way in there, find a way to do it. But no, I don't think the league will let him. But maybe we can. Maybe the COVID year got him a red shirt or something. He can play again.
Yeah. There's always another year. That's what I've learned.
He'll be playing until he's 30.
Exactly. Is that rule even in the AAU yet?
About 5 years.
You're 6 years?
Yeah, it's 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
but,
so technically 5.
But with the COVID year.
Yeah, I mean, he may have gotten a red shirt or something, with the ACHA, AAU difference.
Mikey, if you're watching.
We'll get him in there. We'll get him in there, yeah.
Let's just get right into it. What is it like sharing an office with Mikey?
With Mikey?
How is that?
Mikey's an unbelievable employee.
Yeah.
Mikey is a very hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
He's Mikey, we have good times. He does some fun stuff here and there. He's a little silly, but he's a great worker and he's awesome. But we do share our office with 5. I share my office with 4 other people. So
yeah.
It's not exactly the biggest office in the world, so
yeah.
Good. I mean, he doesn't complain about being cramped in a little space, so
that's
his
good.
desk's about that big, so
he gets the job done. That's for sure.
Mentality. I will say he meal preps every day, and sometimes it does not smell fantastic.
Oh,
however, it's like sausages. He's cut up and he reheats it in the. Anyways,
he reheats it in the office.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why we're not getting microwave.
We've had tuna in there before. It's been rough. But other than that, he's
warming up hot tuna in the office.
No, that was mostly the other guy, Ethan. But Ethan brought tuna.
Wow.
But so it's all guys in there, so it's just kind of bro.
Yeah.
With Fourth and I sharing an office, I'll bring in something fragrant every now and then. But
he's
I don't have
pretty respectful. He props the door.
Yeah. I don't have the audacity to.
Well, Mikey also works out 6 times a day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically every day he's dripping sweat at some point in the day because he works out at least 4 times a day.
Yeah.
So he's a hard worker, but he's
and while we're on the subject, what are some of the biggest takeaways or life lessons or just we're gonna call it health consciousness that you've learned from Matt?
From Matt. Oh yeah, our other employee Matt. Yeah. Man, he's crazy. He went just a year and a half ago, just went cold turkey, cut out everything. He's super healthy, but I stopped drinking out of plastic.
Attaboy.
You did?
Microplastics, man, it's crazy.
It'll get ya.
And we just started doing 75 hard. So trying to lose some baby weight, as they say. No, some of the.
What day are you on?
Yeah, 2.
Your first day was yesterday. You did just start.
I told you we just started. Day 2, baby. Day 1 was successful. I'm just saying.
Yeah. How you feeling?
I will say, Mikey Williams failed day 1. He ate something with sugar in it.
Oh, no.
So he's got to restart.
I came in the weight room yesterday. So I was training somebody. I had to leave. You guys came in midway through training and started working out, which is awesome, and I love it. I invited them to the 12 o'clocker, so we'll see if they participate.
Oh, nice.
And then when I came back, a men's D1 player was like, someone puked. And I was like, oh, no. I thought it was one of the boys. Yeah. It was one of Kirk's kids. He couldn't handle the sled push.
They were dead. We were watching them run back and forth, and then he was just like,
yeah.
Did you at least find a trash can?
I hope so.
Or do we have to
I'm not sure. No, I think it's okay. It was Michael DeBrito on our men's D1 team, and then some other guys, and then the other guys, they couldn't handle it. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
funny.
Yeah.
So tell me more about your work with concessions. I see you and Mikey walking around the softball stadium, different places, getting things situated. What's your favorite? Because I know, are you behind the planning for the men's D1, the theme nights, getting those special
the turkey
snacks going?
legs.
Yeah, so all the promos is basically Jillian, my boss, and me, and Ethan has some input as well. We all have some input, but yeah, basically just making that come to life depends on. Some of them are terrible. Some of them are good. It kind of depends. It's hit or miss. But
what's been the most successful one?
What's been the best?
Fried Oreos are always reliable, but I think we did the turkey legs football. That was killer. We actually made that was really good. We want to keep doing that.
Talk more about that and the
turkey legs.
the recipe, the seasoning.
That was a lot of work. I did a lot of preparation for that. So we ordered basically I don't even know. It was like a million turkey legs.
Yeah.
And I'd lay them all out on different those big racks. And, like there was like 8 of them, and I was like infusing them with like herbs and butter and like cooked it. It took like 2 hours to cook each one. It was crazy, man. Like it took forever, but we got done and they seemed to like it.
They were fantastic.
We'll probably do it again this year.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, let me know. I'll help sample just to make sure that
I don't think I let you
They're
have any of it.
No.
Yeah.
No, I want to make sure they're infused properly.
It was.
With no
very full.
microplastics.
Yes.
No microplastics. Yeah. Just, don't worry. I used a metal
stainless steel syringe.
No. And then I think this year the lightsaber churros did really good.
That's
super random, but they had like basically just churros, and then we fried it, put like sprinkles on the end, red and blue, and people got like had a wrapping on the bottom so it looked like a lightsaber on Star Wars night. And, like,
wow,
people ate that up.
Love
so
it.
Yeah.
Is there an idea that you've come up with that everyone's just been like, no, we can't do that?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there has been. We've had a couple people like ask for pickle stuff.
That's a great request.
Pickled or like
just
pickles?
Yeah, in general, just like pickles, like just like random pickle stuff. Not just like not just pickles. Like that's fine, but
Pickled pickles.
yeah, they're like fried pickles, and like I don't know, just like
Okay.
I'm bored for that. So we'll see, maybe. But
My wife enjoys the show Jersey Shore Family Vacation. So you have a Jersey Shore theme night, and then Snooki enjoys fried pickles. So that could be the one right there.
oh, the one that
Jersey
the
Shore
one
night
that
at Liberty.
Yeah.
the one that killed it the most was the retro burger on retro night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. We had like 2 patties and then like a bunch of veggies, and then there was like crinkle fries. And came with a flame sauce that we made.
Nice.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it was really good. That sold like crazy.
People love a good like oddball French fry.
Oh yeah,
Like a curly fry or
yeah,
something.
Yeah. We really
they
gotta
go
change up
nuts.
the fries somehow. What's more retro? Crinkle fry.
Crinkle.
It is,
That's perfect.
Well, it's nice to hear you talk passionately about working in sessions. It seems like you enjoy the
I
job.
love food.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. No, I will say concessions has been great, and it's just like, Jillian's great. And I can work with D3 and kind of not have a problem there, and we kind of got it down to a science now. I feel like we're going well. So
That's great.
Yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah.
You're not transferring out, are you?
Definitely not.
Okay.
I've worked concessions. I don't have what it takes.
What graduation day are you working concessions?
Thursday with I think you're on it. I looked at Pat and I are working.
I'm at the state Vines. I'm at Vines. You at the stadium?
I don't remember, but
heard-
I know I'm like a runner with Pat and Lowe's.
I heard now that you're with Women's D2, that means you're going to be running fryers at football games.
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I love
I'm
that.
putting in for those sick days as we speak.
So we'll actually work the same amount of events
Yes,
this year. 'Cause
exactly.
I don't work any events either. So.
There you go. I've only ever been a runner. I'm hoping to get promoted this this year.
What do you want to do, Kerr?
I feel like I have a face for the front. You know,
yeah.
like
Sure about that?
taking money, giving out drinks and stuff like that. So
Can you be nice to people?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, maybe we can make that happen.
Well, and he would do a good job communicating to someone like me who enjoys working the popcorn machine. Like, hey, we need 37 more popcorn.
Yes.
Great. I'm on it.
I love that.
My first concessions ever
That's
was
true.
baseball graduation. Mike Morrison was in the front, like saying everything to the back people. He's like, keep making food, keep making food. I was on hot pretzel duty. And then like the rush stops is probably like an hour just grinding. And like I look over and there's probably like 100 hot pretzels in there. No one was buying them. I was just like in the zone. I was like, pretzels.
We stopped selling those.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Pretzel
could have
guy.
told you on that day. Yeah. That was those are good times.
So as the runner, are you going to get the extra supplies you run out of? Is
Going to
that
get
what
the
you're
food.
doing?
I basically would just stock water at graduation. Everyone wants
water ice guy. That was
Yeah.
you. You and Kirk. Kirk
Oh,
was
yeah.
the ice guy last year too.
Yeah,
He wore that he rocked that though. He was like, I'll be the ice guy. I was like,
I'll say this. Kirk took me outside of concessions for probably 2 hours and we just talked last year. It was great.
You're like, great. I'm with the boss.
Yeah. Jillian,
can say
Jillian did
anything.
not like it, but I was like, what am I going to do? Like, this is the guy. Yeah. So I asked him to work my shift again this year. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, as you just wrapped up year 2 coaching the D3 team, you have a big graduating class, but really most of those guys were like your first group that you took over as a coach. So, I mean, looking back, what are you going to remember most about those guys?
oh man. Yeah, man, those guys are awesome. Bunch of knuckleheads, love them. No, but I think Yeah, I think it's great. I mean, I think I've definitely expressed to them and built good relationships with them overall, and I hope that I'm somebody they feel like they can call and talk to and stuff like that as they move on to a new stage of life. So, and I just try to do that with the new guys, coming in as well. And I think I've built some of that relationship with the guys that came in last year. Just kind of. I just want to have a good, solid relationship with my players. I don't want it to be like coach, player, right? I mean, I think that's kind of a destructive mentality sometimes. There should be a certain level of that, but not too much. So just getting close to them. But yeah, the guys from when I came in they're awesome, and I hope they do awesome. I hope they move on, do good things.
I've said this to you off air, but it'll be worth it on a recording. Start of the year, I personally, right, I've coached a lot of our Liberty hockey teams in the weight room. I had low expectations. And your team absolutely blew me away. It was an incredible year, right? And they're one of my favorite teams to coach. The type of people that are on the team, their athleticism, their numbers in the weight room, their compete, their work ethic, everything there. What have you done? What were the main focuses? Why was this such an incredible year? Right? Again, like, it's not all you. I kind of get that. But at the same time, you're taking over a program and it's transformed. Like, this is incredible what has happened in my mind and in my opinion from my experiences here. What were some of the big rocks going into it where you're like, man, has to be this, and this?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said it. I mean, I don't think I'm going to offend any of them by saying this because I've said it to them in the locker room before, but like, we were not by any means the most skilled team in our league. I mean, individual skills, we weren't that team. However, we have a group of guys that a lot of them have been here for 4 years. They all know each other well. There was not a single group of people in the locker room where they were like, we're going to hang out without the rest of the guys. Yeah. If anybody wanted to come hang out with them, that's totally fine. Everybody had camaraderie. Everybody was friends. There was none of that crap that a lot of the locker rooms where it's like, we're friends, and then we're a team, right? Yeah. Like, it was none of that. And so on the ice, that showed, right? It was just playing for the guy next to you, which is pretty, I guess, stereotypical or of a coach to say, play for the guy next to you. But it really was. Like, it was crazy. And the guys lifted each other up, and they bickered and whatnot on the bench, and sometimes that happens. Yeah. But they were just so close. And so now that we have that, that bar has been set. And that's why I said at Nationals when we lost, it was like, okay, well, you know what? We didn't win Nationals, but like, you guys just set this D3 bar that was down here. Now it's way up here, and these guys coming in are going to see that, and the guys that came in this year that are obviously going to be here again next year, they'll know what to do, and they're like, hey, this is the example we need to set. This is the team we need to have, and if anybody comes in and doesn't fit that role, they're going to let them know, right? And we'll change that. We'll make it change. So there won't be any more like, oh, well, we're just going to put up with this guy's crap or his laziness. Like, it won't be any of that. So, that, and then just like, we just worked super hard on systems. Systematically, like, we were a pretty good team. I think some games we definitely took off. Yeah. But yeah, systematically we did really well this year. So I think that those are the kind of the factors that made us have so much success. So.
Attaboy. And so it was an incredible year. So you could be honest about this now. Yeah. Honestly, your expectations going into this year versus the reality of potentially like what it was. Give us an idea there. Like, first practice, or you're like, this is going to be it? Or you're like, we got a lot of work, or what?
I think going into the year, me and Brennan were talking a lot, and just being completely honest, we were pretty nervous about implementing systems that they do in higher level juniors and stuff like that at our level. Because a lot of times at our level, it's like, go get it, dump it, go get it. Like, we're doing a 2-1-2 or something like that. And so, like, we were a little nervous about, like, I guess the trust aspect. Like, we got to trust them to do their job. Because basically with our systems, like, if we do our job, it works great. But as soon as one guy doesn't, the whole thing breaks down, right? And so we were a little nervous. But, the first, I'd say 3 weeks of practice, we were literally just, like, walking through it. So we'd have everybody get to their position, and then I'd pass the puck to the Brennan behind the net. We'd go D to D, and they'd have to shift, and they'd stop. And then we'd shift to the top, and they'd stop. Shift to the bottom, and they'd stop, right? And we just did that again and again and again. And, you could tell they were like, oh, it's moving so slow, it's boring, right? But it just ingrained it in their head again and again and again. And I think it went, and it worked out pretty good. So I think that was kind of I had very high expectations and hopes for them, but it was just a little bit of a nervous, like, okay, I hope we can get these systems together, because the first year we didn't do that kind of stuff, right? We just kind of stuck with the normal plan. And so, yeah, I think it was they exceeded my expectation by far right off the bat.
Yeah. And so as you're sitting here now with, let's just call it like the season, postseason accolades, how does it feel? Right?
Yeah.
Like the first conference title in AAU, second all-time, an unbelievably high ranking. You get into that for a minute there. The 1 and the 3. Well,
third or
yeah. Go ahead and explain that one a little bit. But yeah, just give thoughts overall.
Yeah, as far as the ranking goes, the reason we went into conference in third is because they only look at our division, so within the ACCHL, versus the national ranking is everywhere. So we technically went 10-0 in our league.
Yep.
Ended up third, and I was so confused. I'm like, how the heck is that possible, right? Because we beat the 2 teams that were above us.
Yeah.
But because we went into overtime and a shootout with Coastal and Rowan, they basically, that is what affected us, because we went into a shootout with them, and then we beat the other 2 teams that are like in our mini division, I guess, if you will. It was App State, Wake Forest, and Coastal, I think. And because we went into shootout with Coastal, that's what ruined it. So we went, technically we went 5-0 and 1, or the tie.
Oh, okay.
So we're just not smart enough to understand. They got it figured out.
Yeah.
We will not try to worry about it.
I genuinely
anymore.
called the president of our league like 3 times, and I was like, you got to tell me this again, because I was like, I'm like, the boys are freaking out. I was
Tell
like, we're
me
10-0 right now.
Write
Tell
it
me
down
like
on
on
paper.
5.
We didn't lose to any D3 teams. How am I going in third? He's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, so I mean, yeah, Andy's something else, but yeah, Andy, if you're watching this, you're awesome.
Yeah.
How has it been? Obviously, you didn't coach in the ACHA. Is that correct?
This is correct, yeah.
How has the transition to AAU been? Obviously,
question,
you're a few years into that league, and I don't know a lot about it, and we just kind of hear rumors about this league. And what do you think they do a good job of?
Yeah, I think every league has their ups and downs, if you will, and pros and cons, but I have been extremely happy with just the communication level. Not even so much like it takes them a while to give me nationals dates and that kind of stuff, but it's like, if I ever have a question, like, I have our commissioner's number and the president's number, and they answer every time, and it's like, oh, let me figure that out for you right away, right? So it's like, that's been huge. Me and Andy and Mike Wally, who is the commissioner and the president, like, we have a good relationship, and obviously, I can kind of call them up anytime, so that's been huge for me. Maybe it's the same in the ACHA. I don't know that for sure, but I just know that's what I've really enjoyed, because if I ever have a question, like coming in, especially my first year, I didn't know what the heck I was doing, right? Trying to schedule stuff, and so just called him up. He's like, yeah, no problem, we'll figure it out for you, that kind of thing. So that's made it really, really nice and easy to kind of get going.
There you go. Can you give me a schedule that will be the easiest path to get back to nationals? That's the phone call right there.
Yeah.
So, Coach Forth, are you hearing any kind of similarities? This was your first year coaching our women's 2 team there. Anything Coach Wagner's saying that you're like, oh yeah, this and this and this?
No, I think just being an assistant coach, I have a little bit less communication with league representatives.
Yeah.
So I kind of have the easy job. I don't really have to deal with
Meaning
that
more
stuff.
so of like, their practice implementation with systems and all that.
Going off of that.
Okay, piggybacking on that.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I would say the beginning of the year, I don't know if I want to get myself in trouble here. I think before conference, I was maybe a little bit more optimistic for nationals.
Yeah.
But after seeing some scores throughout the year, I had a realistic expectation of what our team could do.
Yeah.
But I was very encouraged also with the implementation of some systems.
Yeah, there you go.
Again, not overly complicated. With the girls understanding, working, and wanting to get better. So I think as a coach, if you see somebody thinking, even if they do it wrong, and they're asking questions, it's super encouraging.
Yeah.
Because all the words you're saying are not falling on all deaf ears. Like, yes, there's some deaf ears out there. Let's be realistic. But I think, it was very encouraging as well.
Okay. And so while Forth and I were in St. Louis taking shelter from tornadoes, you guys were down in Jacksonville, Florida. Is that the best nationals destination in your time in the Liberty hockey sphere as a player and as a coach?
Yeah, so they just redid the rink there. Pretty sick.
Oh,
It's
no
a whole
way.
restaurant in there and everything. And also the keeper of the cup, Phil. What's his name? Is it Phil?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so
Sure.
he's
I know who you're
personal
talking
friends with the guy that runs our league, our AAU, and he brought NHL MVP trophy. Is that the Hart
That's
trophy?
the heart, yeah.
He brought 5 different NHL trophies, and they're just sitting there, and you can go take pictures of them and hang out. And
No way. All right.
pretty
That's
awesome.
Cool.
And he personally went on the ice with the championship and gave it to the captain.
Was he wearing gloves?
Yes, which is pretty awesome.
I love that.
I'm not gonna lie, that was probably the reason it hurt the most. I want to shake his hand, no. But they did a great job, and it was a lot of fun. And they had a great setup. The hotel was right near. We actually on Sunday, kind of a fun experience. All the boys were like, "Hey, we want to go to church." I was
Really
like, "All right, yeah,
cool.
let's do it." Right. So we got, not all the boys, but I think we had like 14 or 15 guys that wanted to go. So asked the bus driver, I was like, "Hey, can you take us over to this church?" It was right next to the rink. And I was like, "We've been seeing it every day." So I didn't realize, it was very Pentecostal. Like it was very Pentecostal. It was awesome.
I knew it.
Right?
Yeah,
it was
ready.
something, but it was very different, right?
Yeah.
So we get in there and they're screaming and shouting. There's people dancing around. It was a lot of fun. It was like 2.5 hour service, right?
Wow.
Hey, Coach, we're gonna miss warm up.
Didn't see that coming, but it was a lot of fun and it was a cool experience. But it was right there. It's called Excel. And they were like, the motto was excel in God and excel in life. So yeah,
All right.
They
Yeah.
were very nice people.
Yeah.
I think we stood out, but they were super nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't want to make you jealous, but I actually got to shake Phil's hand.
Ah.
The NHL draft in Vegas last year.
No way.
He was there, letting people see the Stanley Cup and shaking hands.
That's cool.
So
I
fun.
did get to
Cool.
touch. I'm sure it was a replica, but at the Stanley Cup, it was at the All-Star game when it was in Raleigh.
Oh, no way.
I had to wait in like a 2-hour line, but Phil wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
And does the league have any rules about Phil, or he just do whatever
he
he
just does
wants?
whatever he wants to. I'm pretty sure he just does whatever he
Oh
wants.
wow.
Keep it in the case. Keep your gloves on.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody put it over their head.
Oh, is that a
You're
thing?
not allowed to raise a cup over your head unless you earn it.
I didn't think you're.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if that's like in other sports. I was watching the NCAA wrestling, and the guy who graduated from Air Force came out wearing a flag, and then the guy that he was wrestling had won a gold medal. And so like they're about to wrestle, he's approaching, and he like comes up and really gets in his face. This guy Gable Stevenson to this guy named Wyatt Hendrickson. And then the announcers are like, "You don't wear a flag unless you've earned it from winning a medal for your country." And I was like, "Oh wow, that's kind of
so he was fired
interesting."
up, eh?
Yeah. He ended up losing. It was a crazy upset. But
Like the guy with the
anyway,
flag won?
yeah, the guy with the flag won.
Oh,
And he was very, very like underrated. It was a massive upset.
Oof.
Gable Stevenson's like he's just a monster. I'm trying to think of who to compare him to in hockey, but I got nothing. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Phil.
yeah, exactly.
Well, as we start to wrap up here, you just talked about Florida. Are you a big golf guy?
I do like golf. Not amazing, but I love golf. Yeah.
What were your thoughts on the Masters? Were you happy for Rory?
I mean, yeah, I'm a big DeChambeau guy.
Okay, that was the question, yeah.
But I kind of hate to see him crap the bed like that at the end.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's okay. It was great for him to finish the, what was it called? All four wins.
Grand Slam,
Grand
right?
Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least so people stop talking about it.
Yeah,
Right, like Rory can't win a major.
Yeah, can you
like
imagine?
okay, let's have a different narrative next year.
I mean, he's
So hopefully,
unbelievable. It's
monkey off the
insane.
back. I'd like to see him win a few more here in the next
Yeah,
couple
there's
of
some
years.
drama going on with him and DeChambeau, though.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, he's starting to talk. But yeah,
Who's talking, Rory or Bryson?
Bryson.
Probably
Okay.
Bryson.
Yeah,
He
he's
seems
saying,
like
he's
a
saying Rory didn't talk to me all of the last round. Like,
seems like a hot.
Yeah, because he was too busy winning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't want to talk to you either. Yeah.
anyway,
$5 million on the line.
Yeah, what am I going to say?
Where'd he
Like,
finish again?
wow,
Where'd he
great
finish
shot.
Again? Dead last?
Oh yeah, you had a great day.
so if everyone from your team this year, like if the Masters was just comprised of them, who'd take it?
Like actual golf.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we'll find out May
And they're
3rd.
playing it-
Yeah, May 3rd we have a golf tournament.
Okay.
I mean, Brennan's definitely the best, my assistant coach. But as
Just
far as the
players,
players
yeah.
go, oh man, they're all so bad.
They all would miss the cut.
They're all. I mean, not that I'm any better, but I would say probably Westbury's pretty good. I think he thinks he's a little better than he is, but he
Okay,
is pretty
that's
darn
classic.
That's good for
Yeah.
confidence.
It
though.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's got nice clubs and.
Trying to think through the roster as well, who I think would be a good
Yeah,
golfer.
I don't know. I mean, Donner's pretty good. He can put the ball out there for sure. Yeah, I have no idea. That's
Hey,
probably Westbury. if I
Let
had to
us
guess.
know.
Okay.
Probably
Let us know.
Westbury.
Yeah, keep us
I'll keep you
updated.
updated on how the golf trip goes, though.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll have to. Well, Coach, thank you so
Yeah,
much for the time. It was awesome having you back on.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Well, great to talk with Coach Wagner there. And guys, I got to say, since he's on the 75 hard now, probably say goodbye to all the sugar in your concession snacks. Candy's going, I'm sure.
Steak and eggs.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hey, I don't mind. I might, might be coming to a few more games.
Night too,
That's maybe something
Yeah.
for Jillian and Josh to
Oh,
talk
get a little
about.
fries action too with that.
Not so hard.
Yeah, that's a promo.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with potatoes.
That's yeah.
Her, if you could take over concessions, like
Okay.
what's that one food that you would try to sneak in there to start getting the people of Lynchburg healthy again?
Just more red meat. More red meat. Yeah.
So like load up on the burgers.
Yeah. More of that. I mean, it would come at a premium price, but try to get a little steak in there as well.
There would be multiple steak and egg nights.
Yeah.
I feel like people would like that.
I think people
Yeah.
would too. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do smoothies?
Smoothies are great, but they're also dangerous at the same time. If you're not the one that's making it and you're buying it, there's going to be probably more sugar content and lower quality ingredients than you would imagine.
Hard
but
to get it right for the
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because if I'm a business, I need you to come back. And the easiest way is to get you addicted to the sugar high that you get from it. You're like, this is great. And it's like, I'm drugging you. That's why.
Yep.
So, we'll see. Smoothies are good, though, if done properly and made properly.
What's your go-to recipe? Like superfood smoothie.
So when I was a big smoothie person, it was more so to gain weight. So you don't want to hear that one because
I was gonna say
Yeah.
let's see what the real people. do.
yeah, because that's kind of gross. But I would always go with some sort of banana that creates a little bit more froth in it, and bananas are super cheap, so we like that. A quality protein powder for your kind of flavoring, and then everyone loves a little bit of peanut butter. So then from there, it's kind of up to you. But what I try to tell the athletes is buy the organic frozen berries from Kroger. That's typically the best place to go, and then you could blend in kind of whatever else you want from there. So you kind of have like a frozen berry base, then you don't have to add ice and kind of water everything down.
Shoot, it sounds good. I want a smoothie now.
Hey,
Yeah.
back at the office, we'll blend them up.
All right.
Yeah, we'll
there
mix
we
it
go.
together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since we've talked about our men's Division I team. I know we talked about them last on our initial Nationals recap pod, but we just got the accolades, end of season honors that have come out. Nick Pomerlow, he made second team all athletic, and he also finished top 5 in the nation in assists for defensemen, which I'm pretty sure is no surprise because you look at his stats throughout the season,
Yeah.
and I just, man, that number of assists is unreal. What he did this year is pretty special.
Yeah, and obviously he was leading that category for quite a while. For
Yes.
most of the year. So like it's no surprise that he finished in top 5 for D-men with assists and making second team. It would have been more shocking had he not made all athletic teams. So yeah, big on Nick having a big sophomore season. So I can't wait to see what he does in his junior year, especially after he gets more.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. The incredible thing too with being an assist leader in the league is we play such a hard schedule.
Yeah.
Right? There aren't many weekends where it's like, okay, we're going to pad the stats. I'm going to get 5 points this weekend or something like that. Like all of these are coming against the top 10 ranked teams in the country for the most part, which is crazy. So to have that kind of success just shows the success of the team, and then what he could do in the offensive zone as well. Love it.
Yeah, I like the fact that obviously Liberty gets a guy on a team like that. And watching Nick play week in, weekend out here at home anyway, I think he's a good player. He works hard, and I think he pays attention to the details and does the little things right. So it's nice to see him get rewarded and have a little bit of a finish on the back end.
Yeah. And another accolade for Liberty, Conrad Kausch. He made third team All-Athletic and then some rookie honors as well. He made the ACHA All-Rookie team, and then he was a finalist for ACHA Rookie of the Year, which that's not an easy feat to accomplish. It's pretty impressive, right, Pat?
Yeah, not surprising too. I mean, when you are selected as a rookie to be a part of Team USA, which
Yes.
it was, and then become the starting goaltender while they were out in Italy. Not surprised. That kind of helped pave the way, I think, for the season that Conrad had. And I don't think we coming into the year, if someone had told me that he was going to have the kind of year that he did, I would have been like, oh, man, that's kind of great for him. But, like, I think he exceeded expectations along with everyone in that class. But, like, I think it's huge for Liberty moving forward, and even for him, hopefully build his confidence up, especially heading into the offseason and then more so into next year as well.
Yeah, and when you're playing in front of a goalie like that, too, you have a ton of confidence.
Right.
Yeah,
good point.
Yeah, I love Conrad Kausch. He's like, we talked about the freshman class multiple times, like, and I cannot say enough good things about this guy. This kid is a special talent, and I'm really excited to see what he can help this Liberty team do down the road with, a guy like Nick Pomelo, who's only a sophomore going into his junior year with some leadership there. I think it's going to be a really special team, and I think at that anchor, it's going to be Conrad.
Will Conrad be coming to an Olympia ice resurfacer near you soon? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. I like to watch him play. I don't need any more players on staff because they go on the road a lot. So logistically doesn't make sense.
I understand that.
Okay. Yeah. I thought that was the apply under me. He's American, so that helps. Don't need to burn some of your internationals.
The saying is don't meet your heroes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want him to work for me.
Yeah.
I want him to work with me. I just want to watch him play hockey and admire his talent.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm happy with that.
Picture.
Yeah.
Watch him from afar.
Yeah.
Then he can't disappoint him.
Yeah. That's
exactly.
really smart. Okay. All right.
He's on a pedestal in my mind, and I don't want that to
I don't want him to crash Shazam and then I hate this guy.
Hey, you gotta fire you, man.
Yeah, you got to keep him there. Hey, we're going to stay in your wheelhouse fourth because we're talking about some women's D2, the latest signees that they've brought on. First one, they signed forward Sabrina Honeycutt. And Pat, you were saying, like, when you first looked at her numbers from the team she came from, you were like, are these even real?
Yeah.
Like, she's just been insane.
Yeah, and so, first credit Fourth Arena. Yeah, get the first signees of Liberty Hockey that we know of. So I'm sure there's some that probably have might have happened, but they haven't been released.
Freshly uploaded by Madison Gaddy.
Oh,
media coordinator.
More from her.
Great stuff.
Yeah, but I was looking at the numbers to make sure it was the right person, and I was like super impressed with what she was able to do with her Philadelphia Flyers U19 team, and I'm like, those are good numbers for especially the amount of games she played too. And it wouldn't be surprised, her along with I know a lot of other names that we're going to see over the next few weeks. Rena, she does a great job when it comes to recruiting because she doesn't think about, like, I'm sure she's thinking about 2025, but she's also been thinking about 2026, 2027, like, hey, who do I need to get in those situations too? She always does a great job looking ahead and building those relationships. So this wouldn't be surprised if Sabrina was a relationship that she already had and just been articulated over the years, especially since she's from PA like Rena.
Yeah, Rena does a great job mining those relationships, like you said. But for me as an assistant coach, seeing this signing, I've obviously seen her name on the board. I've never seen her play.
Right.
So, like, as an assistant coach of this team, I'm super excited. You see those stats, obviously, great young kid, but I can't wait to get her on the ice and, like, see her with those players that we have. Okay, where do we plug her in? What can she do? So anytime you have a point per game player like her coming in, it's very exciting.
For sure. I just looked up Ambler, Pennsylvania, where she's from. It's near Philadelphia. I was thinking a good team event could be a cheesesteak making contest. Split the team up into groups of 4.
Yeah.
Because it seems like I'm pretty sure Maddie Gaddy's from the Pennsylvania area as well.
Yeah.
She was talking about the Lehigh Valley area. So
I think we know a guy too.
Could be something.
Hook us up with the grills to make the cheesesteak.
Coach?
Whoa! It's all coming together.
I'm going to be a judge for it. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
That's
I think
what
the
I
whole
was
pod
thinking.
would be a judge.
Yeah. Oh, a live cooking show.
Taste test, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Well, rounding out the signees that we've heard of for now, we have Pimsiri Wilhelmy from Tennessee Ridge, Tennessee, played for the Nashville Junior Preds, so another good piece that they're adding to this team. And, I mean, you mentioned it, you have senior leaders that are leaving the team, and, because of the success you just experienced this last year, I'm sure Coach Leone is just looking to keep it rolling, right?
Yeah, so this Pim, which is a great name.
Her
nickname's just going to be penalty in minutes. It doesn't really roll off the tongue.
No,
but it just makes sense that she's a hockey player.
Figured it out.
Quiet kid, but as a coach, man, I'm going to say it here. This girl's going to lead the team in points. She's a goal a game player, at her level. She's got 45 points in 32 games. And then even watching her in the one time she skated with us, like she sees the game well, she reads the ice, and she's able to attack. And she's got a great shot, good finish, just a special player. Chris Lowe's, if you're watching,
You can't have her.
turn it off.
Yeah.
Turn it
That's
off.
right. Yeah.
But no, she's going to be special. I'm very excited that she's coming to our program.
Really cool. Well, love to hear that. Now
Yeah.
I'm all fired
Yeah.
up.
Got us
right.
pumped up.
Will do you know, Coach, are either of them going to be participating in our select camp coming up here at the end of April?
Sabrina will be here.
Awesome.
Pim is up in the air.
Okay.
Nothing official yet.
All right. Can't wait.
Yeah, well, 2 exciting new additions joining the Lady Flames, but 2 really crucial members that are departing this season, Maddie, Gaddy, and Belle Gracia. We got to speak with them just a moment ago. Well, we're really pleased now to be joined by 2 awesome guests from the Women's D2 program. We have Maddie, Gaddy, and Belle Gracia. Guys, thank you so much for being here. How's it going? How are things?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys were telling me before we started the podcast, you both grew up in Pennsylvania. I know you moved to Ohio. There's like a weird string of ways you guys almost met each other like 10 times, so you never did. Could one of you guys break that down for us?
You want to start?
Yeah, so I guess when I was little, I played with a lot of people that she knew, which is funny. Like, we were looking back at my first team, and there's at least 4 or 5 people that I played with that she ended up playing with later. And then,
Yeah, and I played hockey growing up at Steel Ice Center. So it's you started and then left, and then I came in. So we totally could have crossed paths, and we didn't. But I mean, we did eventually at Liberty.
and she played on the same team as my cousin, but she was on varsity and he was on JV when she was a senior and he was a freshman.
In high school.
So they could have met, and they never met. She knew everybody around my cousins, but never my cousins, which is really funny.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, it was meant to be for when you guys finally met at Liberty. So you came in as a sophomore, right? Could you describe to me the first time? Do you remember the first time you met Maddie?
I remember it was at the camp, and she was telling us some fun facts. Not going to get into that, but when's the first time you heard about me, Gaddy?
Was it? Were these fun facts about Liberty?
No,
Or just
no.
Was it my hand farting?
Kangaroos can't jump backwards.
I don't think.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I'm a little outgoing.
Yeah.
And I share a little bit more than I probably should.
Yes.
So I don't really remember, but that's okay. Keep it in the past.
Yeah.
Going off of that, one of the first times I met you kind of explained to me that she's really good with Excel. Going off of one of those statements maybe that you probably shouldn't talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say it?
Probably not.
Yeah. You hate that I say it.
Yeah, I do.
Just so you know, Chris knows. Chris Kerr knows.
Yeah.
We were laughing about it this morning.
Yeah.
So we all know.
I'm the only one here who doesn't know.
So thank you for your sense of humor.
I got you.
Okay, so now walk me through. You guys have been line mates for the past few years. How has your friendship progressed? Are you guys roommates? Or
No, we're not.
No, but you've just been.
We should be.
Yeah.
At this point, we see each other all day, every day, except for when we sleep. So
We work together. We play hockey together.
hang out in
Yeah.
the same friend groups.
Yeah.
And you guys work together too,
Yeah.
right? What do you
Yeah.
guys do for club sports?
Yeah, so I, underneath Bobby, he's the GA, so I'm the assistant graphic designer to him, and I just kind of work with other teams, and I run our social media account.
And I work on the website, the club sports website, so scores and stuff under Kristen and Kim. So, yeah.
Awesome. And then, Gaddy, tell me, because you were saying before we started filming, you first came to the D2 program when there was 8 girls.
Yeah.
No one really knew what was going on. And the way that it's grown to what you guys accomplished this past season, take me through what that progression was like.
Yeah, so I came in freshman year, so 2021. We had 8 girls, and I was in the greatest shape in my life. It was just go. It was go, 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 go. And it was kind of hard because, we're going against teams that have 23 girls. And, we did as best as we could, but watching Rena just put all of her effort and just time into this program to watch it grow to what it is today. Again, 8 girls to 23 girls is absolutely insane. And I don't know, it's really awesome just to watch these. She's really good at recruiting, Rena. She picks some amazing girls, and then 4th came on, which was so helpful and beneficial. You watched our team really grow this year, and a lot of it has to do with 4th and Rena. And Holly.
Big shout outs, buddy.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah.
Even though you guys did better last year than this year. So I don't know about that.
Well, take me through from like a captain's perspective. I know you have a big part in that development too. So what's been important for you in the past few years as you've seen this team grow?
I'd say just really putting your all. I kind of went through ups and downs. My freshman year, second semester, I was given the assistant captain position because 3 people left. So that was kind of scary, and I didn't know my place. I didn't know because Sarah Laporte was still on the team, and she was the captain. So I didn't know, like, do I step up? Do I not? So freshman year was kind of like, okay, like trying to figure things out. And then sophomore year, she was still on the team, but then I got offered the captain position. So I took it, and I still didn't know, like, do I overstep? Like, I had other people that were over me, like seniority. So I'm like, how is that from like a captain's position? Like, how do you lead or kind of have that power over some of these girls? And so, I don't know, I think just really being yourself and really just putting all your effort in, like people notice that and recognize it and will respect you. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Then from your perspective, what's the team's growth been like over the past few years? And what have you enjoyed most about this group?
Well, I mean, we've grown a lot as people and players, and like just being close to one another. Like, I've never had a team where like everybody supports everybody. Like, even though we don't all see eye to eye on like everything, everybody uplifts each other. So that's been really cool. And so like, yeah, growing as a team, like in the locker room first and then on the ice, that's been really cool experience, and that's probably my favorite thing, like especially our little parties and stuff before games and stuff that really hype us up. Like, I've never had anything like that before, so it's really cool.
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, like growing up in youth hockey, like with the Phantoms and just other teams, like I feel like there was so much like individual groups, whereas like because we're Christian, like everyone loves each other, everyone gets along, like you said, like there are some differences, but I don't know, we're just so cohesive, and I don't know, it's just really cool to see.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I would just kind of piggyback off of that.
Double.
Yeah. Wait, who's carrying that?
It's me.
The fact that you guys have done a great job leading this team, and I've appreciated your communication with me as a rookie coach coming in. I've had individual conversations with both of you, just like, hey, here's what my thoughts were. And I think the open dialogue really helped me coach you guys, and just kind of see where your hearts are. And I think you guys have done a great job leading, and like you said, the locker room is amazing, and it starts with you guys, so kudos.
If you look over I'm just going to say the career that you girls had, or just the last couple years leading last year and then into this year, do you feel like you were very intentional about the kind of culture you were creating with this team, or does it kind of organically happen when you have, everyone's the team identity is in Christ, and then you have coaches who are all bought in and dialed in, and there's a hardworking group of girls? What do you think? Like, just kind of give people an idea there, because someone could be listening to this on a trash team culturally or something, and they're like, man, how do we have a little bit of what Liberty has?
I feel like it's both. Like, it just organically happens, but then also, like, you're a Christian, you also have to follow these, I guess, ways. I don't know how to describe it, but it's like you put the effort in like your relationship with God, which makes you a better person, and then it kind of just connects together.
Yeah, I mean, like, feel kind of the same. Just like it comes organically because we all have the same beliefs and stuff, and that we're all like children of God. But you also do have to put in the effort of uplifting each other, and like, because obviously some people are going to say things that don't make you happy, or like you're going to have your disagreements, but like being intentional about putting those aside and like still uplifting each other, it's really important, and I think that we all do that pretty well. So
that's great. And then Coach Forth, coming into this program this year, what were some of the let's just use the word like intangibles that you noticed about them that you're like, man, if these sort of things continue on, this will have or be a successful program?
Yeah, I think just coming in and trying to learn like from the leaders, kind of like, hey, what do we have here? What are things that they do well? And I think, like you guys talked about it, being intentional about following Christ first, and that as a coach, I see that. It's such a good reminder of like what happens on the ice is important, but it's not the most important thing. So just kind of coming in and just, kind of feeding off of you guys learning how to coach at that level. But again, coaching at the women's one level for 10 years, it's like they're the same kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like they're at Liberty for a reason. and they're just amazing young women, and it's just really cool to see them work hard and grow as hockey players and as women in Christ.
I think what also helps us is that you guys as coaches, like Rena, Holly, Forth, like all of you guys, kind of show that as well. Because like when we lost one game, like it's like, okay, that sucks. It kind of like we were undefeated for a while. And you guys were like, it doesn't matter. Like we went out, we prayed with the team, even though they're not Christian. Like, I don't know. I also feel like it comes from you guys just to kind of like give that example.
And I think that's important too, is like being able to put aside, like, we don't always have to win to be good like representatives. Like I think it goes out and shows, I guess our humility is the word, of like being able to still pray with the teams and like thank God that they were there to be like that good competition even when we don't win. I don't know. I think that's really important.
No, as a coach, I love it. Obviously, I'd rather win all the games.
Yeah.
But like, I think the one that hit me the hardest was when we lost to Villanova, somebody who we've had a rivalry with all year.
Yep.
And our season wasn't over, but like maybe it felt like it in the moment, and that you guys were able to still lead that team in prayer, and like hopefully some of those girls on that team realize like, oh, like they're a good group of girls, and like hockey's not the most important thing to them. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and it's awesome too because like when we think of the women's D2 team, I feel like the number one thing I hear about it the most is like the culture on that team is insane. And it's crazy because like you pair that with what you guys were doing on the ice too. It just seems like a group that you want to be a part of. I know I've even like, I'll put on my hockey skates. I just put on my first pair of hockey skates and I'll skate around the ice and I'm like, gosh, if I just work really hard every day, maybe I can make the team one day. But I know it's a little bit tough.
Yeah, you can.
I was going to say, there's
but
not
like,
a chance.
If I woke up at like 5 a.m. every day and just skated until like 9 p.m.
You'd get blisters.
But if I work through it.
Yes, Annie, we believe in you.
So
You'd be a good skater. That's possible. Yeah, you can be
I'll also say
skater.
something about that too. Is like, I remember there was like probably 3 or 4 times I went to Coach Rena throughout the season, and I'm like, have you like heard anything from the girls? Like, everything good? Like, have you heard anything? She's like, nope, they're good. It was like
about you. You're saying?
no.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, like,
I was saying,
No.
you just feel
did
self-conscious.
they say anything about it? No.
You like you, right?
In general, of like, hey, do they need anything? Like,
Yeah.
but it's like, I've never coached a team they like so self-sufficient and just handling their business as far as like on ice, in school, and in life. So it's like, it was so quiet. I was like, are we doing something wrong? Do they, are we not approachable? But kudos to you guys again for just handling your stuff. So
Good leadership. That's
Yeah.
what you want. Yeah.
Gaddy, tell me the story that you were saying about how you first got into hockey, because it's a really cool one.
So my parents came home, I think from the mall or something like that, and they came home with a street hockey stick set. And so they're like, go out and try it. And I have a twin brother, so we both went out. And I remember just shooting.
Fraternal.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Just gotta clarify that. And so I went outside and shot this rubber puck at the garage. And then I went inside and I was like, I love this, I need to play. And my dad's like, whoa. Like, you need to learn how to skate first. You need to do this. He's like, there's so much to it. You can't just hop on the ice and play. And I'm like, well, I want to do it. So I did like learn how to skate, learn how to hockey skate. And then during one of those like practices, one of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms coach came up to me, the travel team. She's like, hey, like we're on a travel team. We'd love to have you, blah, blah, blah. And it was just starting. I think it was like the second year. So it was a very new girls program. And I'm like, yes, I really want to do it. I told my dad. He's like, whoa.
How old were you?
I think I was 10 or 11.
You got scouted at 10?
Yeah.
Incredible.
No big
had
deal.
some special stuff.
And so I remember my dad was like, it's super expensive, like we have to figure this out. And she said that there's this raffle ticket thing going on. And it was to win a Wayne Gretzky signed jersey. And so I went to all of my teachers, to all my family members. I was like, please, like buy my ticket. Like this will afford like for me to play hockey. And I did, and I made enough money. The raffle ticket winner pulls out, Gaddy, we won. It was the coolest thing. So I got with that whole experience and like being able to play hockey then, like I also got a signed Wayne Gretzky jersey.
Do you still have it?
Yeah, I do.
That would have been cool a week ago.
I mean,
But I was the second best hockey player, so.
oh, wow. That's great. So, do you sell so like, you
I sold
bid to win?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I sold so many tickets.
And was that like a fundraising effort for you as well?
Yeah, like just for myself to play hockey. So it's like all the money I made went for like the expenses of like just everything. Yeah.
Oh wow! And you get to win a jersey. I thought it was like you win the raffle, and then you get to sell the jersey or something. I was trying to figure this out.
Yeah. So cool. And then from that, I've just been playing hockey. So
That's so awesome.
Really cool story.
Yeah, because like if you don't win that raffle, you might not be sitting with us today. You know, so.
Well, I think regardless if I won or didn't, like I would have been playing because I made enough money. So.
Oh, that's right. You made the money and then you got the jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just happened to win, which is so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be worth looking and selling it now.
Maybe.
Hey, do your thing. I've heard that
I
you're
would keep
like.
it.
What do you guys? What's your plans now after you guys graduated? I heard you're both getting married. Is that true?
What are you talking about?
Oh, sorry, wrong person.
I am.
Oh, you are. Congratulations.
6 weeks.
Are we leaving that in? That was rough.
That's funny. You should leave it in.
That was mean. Yeah.
Looking at you, boy.
Oh God.
So, what are your plans after you guys graduate?
You go first.
Yeah, I'm getting married, and we're moving for his job for a little bit. So I can't. Michigan first from July to December, and then I don't know. I guess the second place is on the table for like January to March. As of right now, I think we're going to Canada, but
Cool.
don't know for sure. And I'm getting my master's online, so and hopefully trying to get my CPA in that time because kind of hard to hold a job if we're moving around. So might as well
Study up.
do my CPA.
Yeah, cool. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm going for my master's, which is 2 years. So I'm going to, even though I have another year of eligibility with hockey, I think I'm going to step away and then just continue my graphic design path and be the social media manager. So I'll take care of like a lot of photos, graphics, just so many things. So,
So we'll see you around.
Oh yeah, you can
Very
get rid
nice.
of me.
Is it a requirement on the team if you're going to be in leadership to be in graphic design in some sort of way, following the footsteps of Sarah Laporte?
That way.
No, it's insane. And she's also a twin too, so it's really weird.
Oh yeah.
We have a lot of
Fraternal.
yeah.
Check the boxes. Yeah.
Only fraternal.
Got to be in graphic design. That's a hard to recruit for right there.
So before we hop out of here, you guys were telling me that you're good pickleball players. Well, you're a pickleball player. You want to play more pickleball.
Well, I play a lot at home,
Okay.
but I just haven't done it here because
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of time. But
Yeah. So you have some extra talents up your sleeve. If there was any sport that you'd be playing besides hockey that you think you could have been like elite at, what would that be?
I like lacrosse. I don't understand it.
I see it.
I'm slowly learning, but when I was in first grade, I played and I was horrible, and I never played again. Or I would do volleyball. I really liked volleyball.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess I would probably go the volleyball route too. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's physical enough. I need something where I like am more physical. So I don't really know.
Or maybe
Put me in like rugby or something.
Yeah, golf. Yeah, there you go.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You have fun with that.
Well, guys, thank you so much for the time. It was awesome having you here. We wish you the best of luck in the future. It's been so amazing
Thank
watching
you.
your careers here.
Thank you.
Well, what a fun pair of ladies to talk to. I do have to say, though, Fourth, you crushed my dreams of becoming the next player. I had it all mapped out.
right?
So sorry.
Yeah,
Well, with the way it works nowadays, like, I'm not saying I'm going to join the team next year, but I'm saying, like, give me 6 years
An honest shot.
of
I got
every
it.
single
That's right.
day just
Yep.
dedicating my life.
I should not try to crush.
That's-
Yeah, you just wait. I'm going to be like,
I will say, probably in the early years, Annie, you would have made the team. But like the team has gotten too good now.
I know. And as the standard just keeps getting higher, that's okay. It keeps pushing me farther.
Like, I remember like it's funny thinking of like some of our first teams that come up. I remember Rhett, he was one of the first coaches of men's D3 during his first stint, and he was like, he saw a kid skate backwards. He's like, "Oh, that guy's a defenseman, right? Stud, stud." Yeah. It's so funny.
That's going to be me. I'm already working on my C cup.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Hey, you know all the terms, so you're ready.
Yeah, I got it down.
It is sad to see those two ladies go. They were a huge
absolutely.
part of the culture, and like even Gaddy was a leader from early on, so it was good to hear like her talk about that. I think that speaks about our character. And then Belle, like I think will be kind of immortalized because she scored the goal that was the game winner for Liberty's first ever win at nationals. So so two special ladies leading the program for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's so awesome. Yeah, they'll certainly be missed, but a lot of excitement for the future for all Liberty hockey teams at the Prospect Camp that's coming up April 24th through 26th. That's right around the corner. So there's going to be plenty to break down from that camp there. A lot of excitement for the future.
Kerr, are you doing?
Oh, yeah. I'll bring some stats.
That's right.
I'll bring some sheets.
Yeah. I was like, he's going to put them all on the 1080, right?
Yep, that's the dream. We'll see. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
There's a lot of kids.
I kind of found out yesterday.
It's like a rotating door. Yep, go.
Yeah. No, I feel like last year we only had one of our groups participate in the 1080, and I think every group was signed up this year. So we might have to talk to some people next year. Like, let's limit the numbers.
Or get another one.
That's true.
Hey, if you want us to beat the top,
they have a 1080 Sprint 2 now.
Okay.
So they have a newer model out that I can participate in.
Budget.
Probably a little cheaper too, because a lot of people have that one.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh.
Yeah.
So for everyone who's coming to the Prospect Camp, you already know what you're getting into with Coach Kirk.
Yeah, come ready to run. Chump. I only wore Crocs. Yeah, cut that guy.
Yeah, you don't got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us for the Rock the Rink podcast. We'll see you next time.